So this is a crazy take, but these might be my sneaker of the year. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sneaker Circle. It's your boy Danny back with another review. And in today's video, I will be reviewing the latest collaboration between Nike and Patta. And that is a retroing of one of their most iconic colorways or iconic sneaker collaborations, the Air Max 1 Chlorophylls. Now, it's an understatement to say that I've been wanting this pair in my collection for over a decade. Progressively over the years, they've just been getting more and more expensive. The original release was in 2009. I'll be going over previous release, this release, all the details on the sneaker and how well of a retro the two brands managed to achieve here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these out of the box and let's just get straight into it. All right, so out the box, super hyped to have these on the table right now. This is one of those shoes where I knew I was gonna get my hands on them. Unfortunately, the original pairs from 2009 are getting a little harder to come by. I'm spending over $1,000 on a pair, just really wasn't on the budget sheet right now, especially the fact that I would have to look for a pair that's sole swapped, since Air Max 1s have tendency to crumble over time, just like Air Jordan 2s, 3s, 4s, anything with a polyurethane sole, honestly. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this is probably a perfect retro. It's not exactly to the specs of the 2009 pair. It was just a different time, different material, different cost for what we were getting. But this is as close as they can get. Patta did a fantastic job at retroing these. Patta and Nike originally released a pack of 4 sneakers, technically 5. They released 4 sneakers with this general build. So you have denim, mesh. It was supposed to be play on the original Tinker Hatfield Air Max 1s, which were the OG reds, the OG blues, and the obsidian navy joints. They had a pretty simplistic color blocking, and Patta just grabbed that color blocking, added their own colors to it, and changed the materials around. So instead of leather, we got denim, and what a change it was. So this is one of those 4/5 that I mentioned. The other 3 that you could easily access were the Lucky Greens, the purple denims, and my favorite of the pack, which were the corduroys. I'm to this day still hunting those corduroys. Here's holding out hope that they'll retro at some point, at some time, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. The 5th kind of final pair was actually a 3-way collaboration between Patta, and Nike. They are the Amsterdams. Beautiful, because Patta and Patta are both brands located in Amsterdam. They're Dutch brands, and Patta being an artist, a Dutch artist himself, it was a fantastic 3-way. Whoa, Danny, pause. And those all released for Patta's 5-year anniversary. These in 2024 are releasing for the 20th anniversary. Now, I'm just not gonna get rid of the fact that I have a pair of these now. These have been on my list for over a decade to hit, and $200 on the drain, but I absolutely love them. So what's really cool about these specifically is none of the sneaker feels too outdated. It still feels very streetwear forward, and I actually love that about these. So on the toe, we have this really tight mesh. Air Maxes back in the day always used to have this like really strung up mesh. They feel fantastic on foot. And instead of having leather, they opted out of it and went with denim for these collaborations. So you have denim all throughout. And I must say it is a very nice denim. You have denim on the swoosh as well. These are all chlorophyll green. You have the Nike Air there as well in chlorophyll. The next most prominent material is where the swoosh is. This middle part of the shoe right here on both sides, that is pure nubuck. And I'll admit they did a fantastic job at sourcing these materials. This nubuck feels exactly like the materials they used on these. These are the Patta Waves. This is the Monarch pair, the first official colorway they did. Patta just has these groundbreaking Air Maxes, and they just do not miss, in my opinion. This was one of my favorite shoes in 2021. All the other pairs that released after that, or I think it was 2022, there were a couple pairs that released. Some colors were kind of misses, but most of the pack were fantastic, and I still own them and wear them to this day. So that nubuck, same quality. If you have these and you like the way these feel, That's the material you're getting right here. It has a very pleasant smell to it too. And then last but not least, on other parts, we have this gray canvas right here. Now it's not denim. The stitching pattern is more towards the canvas approach as opposed to like a denim stitch. So this is a nice green denim. This canvas right here and this canvas right here. Both use a cotton, but they're just weaved differently. So they also feel different as a result. And then we got this leather patch right here on the tongue. What's really cool is that this is Patta's old logo. So the reason these and like Lucky Greens used that hue is because that's the original Patta logo right there. So this is what they're using right now, right there. And I've been seeing so many like comparisons of like the 2009 pair versus this 2024 pair. Everything I see makes them look spot on. Maybe there's a color difference, but the 2009 pair being 15 years old, kind of, in my opinion, darkens them a little bit. They've just been around longer, you know? And to me, this is just a perfect sourcing of that green. Now, in terms of sizing, I went with the same size I go for these. On Air Maxes, Air Max 1s, I have a wide foot. I stay true to size. So I go 10.5 in these, I went 10.5 in these. These fit fantastic. They come already laced, so usually I just unlace them and just throw them right on. I guess what really gets me excited about this re-release or this retro is that we've been seeing Nike do older Air Maxes for a while. I think we're seeing the Power Walls next. No, they already did Power Walls, Powells. But they're bringing them back in an 86, the big bubble Air Maxes they've been doing, and I just don't think it hits the same way as the original hits. If they would have done that with these, I would have been so upset. Because the original leak did say that they were gonna bring one of the 4 from the pack back, but a lot of people were speculating that it was gonna be in this waves pattern. I've even seen people grab these models specifically and then make customs on them. I've seen like a Sean Witherspoon custom. We've seen so many people be kind of creative with it. I'm just glad Patta didn't take like the easy way and remaking this sneaker with this color. I mean, I still would have bought it. I still would have made a video saying, yeah, yo, these are fantastic. But having an almost perfect retro, that wins it for me. That wins it for Danny. So taking a look at what that shape looks like, has a nice like roundness to it, doesn't look too boxy. Looking at right here, I did notice that on these newer models, this is a little more curved, this back piece right here. With older models, they're a little flatter. These do come with green laces as well. And a cool thing about these laces is they always have the color tip that correlates with whatever colorway you're getting. Nothing written on them, nothing crazy. One of my little favorite details right there, that mini swoosh and the chlorophyll. And now my box did get a little bit beat up. Feels like it got kicked on the way here. But I do like right here, celebrating 20 years of Patta. And a nice little detail that they added. So right here on the box, you can kind of see Nike's old logos throughout the years. So I'll get as close as possible. You see a lot of just logos we've seen over the last couple of years. If you've been around long enough, they'll look pretty familiar. How this release is looking is these so far have only been released on Patta directly. So retail on these were 145 pounds, which is equivalent to like 190 USD. After shipping, it was like 158 pounds, so like 210 after ship. Price on these was steep, I'm not gonna lie. I really wish it was a bit cheaper, and maybe on the sneakers release, you will find them at a cheaper rate, but I just had to have these. Now, that being said, there is no guarantee for a sneakers release. All the Pattas from the prior years have been releasing that way. They'll release on Patta directly, usually through a Nike site, and then they transition into a sneakers release, and that sneakers release is usually a bit harder to actually get your hands on. There's a big chance these were only for Patta, but I don't know, I doubt it. I feel like sneakers does have a bit of stock that they're gonna push forward towards the end of the month or maybe the beginning of next month. I could see these tanking over time. These were like that as well, and these are an absolute rager for me. $300 is what you'll get them for in the aftermarket. I mean, it's better than spending like $1,100 on the 2009 pair. So I'm just not going to complain about the prices of these right now. I feel like this is the one sneaker this year that just gets the pass. As soon as I heard something was coming out, I'm like, I had to have them. This was one shoe on my list that I had to buy. So that means it's taking that #1 spot for sneaker of the year. At least for now. I don't know what else is releasing this year. I don't know what else I'm going to get my hands on, but for now, these are in that running. So all in all, these are a fantastic retro. I finally got to cross a Grail off my list. I'm happy. I hope you're happy. If you made it this far, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking out the video. I'm going to go ahead and throw these on feet, style them just a bit, and I'll see you guys in the next video. If you want like a quick video of all the, all the Pattas I have, all the waves and these, just let me know. I'll try to get something done. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Peace.